Hello everyone, welcome back to another Geoguessr tips and tricks video. This one being over Western Europe. All the way from the United Kingdom in the north down to Spain in the south, so let's get into it. Wait, before I go into the video, I gotta let y'all know that whenever I reach 500 subscribers on my channel, I will do a Geoguessr tips and tricks video for the entire world and every country that has coverage. So if you want to get into Geoguessr, that is the ultimate video for you. That is the perfect video for you. So let's hit 500 subscribers. Without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so first things first, we have a bit like a Mediterranean climate. I don't know how to explain it, but you have the all white road lines, the right side driving, the bit of like sandy grass. It's not as mountainous as you could assume Mediterranean to be, but this is like the normal Spain or Portugal, mainly Spain. But there's three things that make me know that it's not Spain. One being the bollard, but I have a separate video for that. Two being this sign, because in Spain you do not have a white border. And three, in the guardrails you see a yellow reflector instead of a red reflector. Also, I see in the background we have chevrons, which, if you watched my South America video, you would know that Brazil uses these chevrons. And who colonized Brazil? Portugal. Portugal fits the description all the way. So this is Portugal. Okay. So next one. This one I don't try to in these videos do metas that were in other videos, but this country you kind of have to. So it's decently hilly, but like the architecture looks like a mix of like a Dutch and a French, maybe even like a German architecture, especially like these buildings here. And it's hilly, so it's not gonna be the Netherlands. But then we see a yellow front plate, mind you. A yellow front plate you will only see in the Netherlands and Luxembourg. Netherlands is flat as hell. So it's not the Netherlands, so it's Luxembourg. Another way is with the bollard, which is a German bollard, which you also see in Luxembourg. So mix that with hills, like yellow signs, or of course the yellow plate, you're in Luxembourg. Okay, so this country, probably the easiest, very easy. This country, there's a lot of locations that are just in neighborhoods, in little towns. There's like everywhere in every nook and cranny, and they love to post their domain. And yeah, we see a lot of English, and we see the most British names ever. Wolverhampton, and all that stuff. It also says .uk. The UK loves to show their domain. And yeah, the United Kingdom has a lot of coverage just in every nook and cranny around every single town. But if we have long yellow backplates, immediately think the UK. If you see a yellow on the backplate but not the front, you're in the UK. They also only drive left, so that's good information. Okay, so whenever we see it around like this, looks European, looks like a Mediterranean city to me. We'll get to this sign in a second. So I look at the plate immediately because if there's an obvious plate, then just do that. However, this one doesn't have anything, but also, like I said, I'm gonna try to stay away from those metas because it's in a previous video of mine. So there's a lot of signs around. A lot of these like red signs. This is right there. That's a good one. There's no white border, which most countries in Europe there is a white border. And with the Mediterraneanness, we'll be in Spain. Also, Spain a lot of the time has like the name of their province on signs, like this one, Aragon, which is this province, and it says Zaragoza, so we're in Zaragoza. And we just have a normal plate with a slightly darker blue on it. And there's one other thing I wanted to see in Spain, but I don't think I see it in this location. But if you know those road crossing signs where the man and like the zebra striped road, Spain uses 8 black lines instead of the usual 4 or 5. Okay, I'm just gonna get to the point. When you see a blue sticker on the pole, you are in France. Very widely known. I might have already said it on my channel a few times, but it's just a very good clue. Okay, so this one, the pole is it's a ladder pole, but the holes don't go all the way through. If the holes went all the way through, you'd be like Romania, Hungary, Poland. But since they don't, think France, Spain, Portugal. And we see French here. We see these outer road lines that are long dashes. So used a lot at the time in like France and Romania, sometimes in Spain, but France. And also, if we saw a pole, we'd probably see a blue sticker. Oh, we also have for French here. And this, it doesn't feel too Mediterranean. It feels more inland Europe. If this was Spain, there would probably be some sand, maybe a lot more dryness. And we also have our French bollard, of course. Okay, so this location immediately is not what you'd expect, because it's not the best camera quality. This is Generation 2 camera. I'll go over that in a different video. But we see the water. It feels different. When you see this, you don't think Europe. You think like the Caribbean or something, or some random island. But then we have a very European looking sign that will say what the language is and all that. And this exact type of sign is a Portuguese sign. Portugal is the country in Europe that I'd say fits the least in Europe, because it just, Portugal has its own vibe. Portugal could look like Australia, for all I care. But also, these houses are very Mediterranean. These houses are just incredibly, especially with the Spanish type roof and the material it's made out of. You see, it's all over the Mediterranean kind of countries. So Portugal, I'd count as a Mediterranean country because it's basically Spain. But you wouldn't see Gen 2 like this. It's an island, so you're gonna be in one of either these islands or these islands, and the one with the most coverage is this one. So if you just line up a road like this one or something. Okay, so if it's Gen 2 camera again, because it looks the same, but we are driving on the left side of the road. So like, oh, you think UK, Ireland, because there's the two that drive on the left side of the road in Western Europe. But then, this car right here, there is a red strip. Red strip you find in 3 places. Old Albania coverage, Kyrgyzstan, and the Isle of Man, which is owned by the UK, of course, because Ireland wouldn't be. If Ireland was this hilly, mountainous, and had this type, it would be more northern or western, and it would have a different road. And we'd have a blue strip, of course, and there wouldn't be water to our south. So yeah, we are in the Isle of Man. Okay, so it's just pretty like wide landscape. But once again, we are driving on the left. So if you're driving on the left, look at the plate. Is it yellow on the back? No, this one's not. So we are in Ireland instead of the UK. And if it's not too like mountainous, not too hilly, just go more eastern. Okay, so this one could be very confusing because it's very Mediterranean. But we have yellow plates, so you'd be like, okay, it's France. Because France used to do yellow plates, but they don't anymore. But then you see the language, it's English. You even see Canberra, which is in Australia. And there's this very famous mountain range, or mountain right here. Oh, there's also not a blue strip, so it can't be France. So like, is this somehow Scotland? Because we are driving on the left, I'll just say that, with back yellow plates, but not front, we are in the United Kingdom. but this is super Mediterranean. And there's a massive Iberian mountain here. So we were in Gibraltar. This exact like mountain right here, it's basically all you need to figure out Gibraltar. Okay, this is probably the easiest country to guess in the entire game because it's Mediterranean-like again, but it's very rich and looks very French. So then you look at the sign, yeah, that is French. And then you notice the water here, the ports. Once again, these are exact type mountains, which when you see these, think like microstates, unless you obviously know it's not. We have a blue strip here. That one we don't. We don't have a blue strip. If not all the cards have a blue strip, you're in either Croatia, like Russia or something, one of them that doesn't use it, or you're in just because you're not in the EU. And if it's French, very Mediterranean, water south, you're in Monaco. And like basically every Monaco round looks like this. You can see the ports, you can see the extreme mountains to your northwest. It even says Monaco here. And there's even some flags. Monaco is the easiest country to guess in the entire game. Okay, so immediately that once again left side driving, yellow plate with not the best camera. If you watch my bollard video, you know that these are British bollards, so that also gives it away. But this doesn't look like there's other British rounds. It doesn't feel Mediterranean. It doesn't feel city-like. It just doesn't feel like the normal Britain or England in that case, because it's very mountainous. There's some slight fjords. Yeah, so we will be in Scotland. That means, and more likely northern or western Scotland. Just not southern Scotland. That looks just like England. Okay, and this exact location, well, the vibe of this, very sandy, very arid. We have the Gen 4 blue car, so we're decent chance in Europe. We're driving on the right because of this sign. Mediterranean, like, of course, yada yada. So it means whenever I see this type of round, I would think Portugal, Spain, Italy, Greece, or Turkey. And then you can roll out from there. So we can see a sign up here. There is, well, it's white but with red on the outside, so that could be either of them. We can't really see if there's no border, although you can. Greece would definitely be more mountainous here. It would not be this arid. So I can rule out Greece. There's also a bollard here, but I'm not going to talk about that. Portugal, I mean, it could be Portugal, but it would literally be on the Spanish border. This is way more likely to be Spain or Turkey. And Spain, Turkey, 50-50s can easily be done with a bollard, which is a Spanish bollard, but also having the Nordic type sign, which you don't see ever in Turkey. So you're in Spain. And also if there isn't a border around there. So yeah, this is very Spanish. Oh, there's also a yellow reflector here, which means you are 100% Spain. Okay, so we immediately see Dutch language. The double vowels, very common thing in the Netherlands. But the Netherlands, they have yellow plates, and we don't see that. If we don't see yellow plates and we see Dutch, you go northern Belgium. Because also these are Belgian plates. But like I said, I have a video about that. And okay, so the thing with Belgium is that Belgium is divided into 3 parts. You have Flanders in the north, Wallonia in the south, and this eastern part is German speaking. So you will always see Dutch speaking in the north, French speaking in the south, and German speaking in the far east. So it's pretty, yeah, there's not much else to say about that. But we were in the north since we saw Dutch. Okay, this country is also very interesting. This road marker here. You see in pretty cold areas, so that's a little hint. Rock walls. Cobble walls, you see a lot in the countries in Western Europe, funny enough. Like the United Kingdom, like Italy, like France, and like almost any kind of country here. But these mountains are very unique because it feels kind of Mediterranean, but not Mediterranean, if you get what I mean. It it's very rocky mountains with a ton of trees with like an orange tint to everything and a dry tint. These are the Pyrenees Mountains here. And what country is in the dead middle of that? Andorra. So when you see around like this with with these Pyrenees trees, and of course like this the winter thing, you're in Andorra. Very rarely you'll be in like Spain or France. Okay, so we are driving on the right with yellow plates. So we are in the Netherlands or Luxembourg. So if we look for a language, or we can just look for a sign, this is not German. Luxembourg speaks German. And it's also very flat, so I'd go Netherlands. Okay, these outer road lines you see in two countries, Ireland and New Zealand. So you're in Ireland. And that is it for the Geoguessr tips and tricks for Western Europe. Let's hit 500 subs, and goodbye.